Guys, my name is Coach Anthony. I've been a professional boxing teacher for over a decade. I've worked with numerous world-rated professional boxers, world champion boxers, and even amateurs at the Olympic level. Over the years, I've created courses that are going to help you improve in different areas of your boxing, where I teach boxing fundamentals and I teach tactics and I get in depth. Guys, there's going to be a link somewhere on the screen. I want you guys to click it because I'm giving a special offer. I need you guys to invest into yourself. You don't have to walk this boxing journey alone, guys. I'm here to help you, and that's what I really want to do. So click on the link, go ahead, invest into yourself, and learn how to box and stop trying to figure this out on your own. Boxing life. Yo, what's going on? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, man. Can't believe it, yo. I can't believe it's been a year. It has been 1 year since we've done No Days Off November. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it again. It was something that really took a lot out of me last year. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even go live that much. If you guys noticed, after No Days Off November, we literally went live every single day last year in November. I even got in a car accident. I don't know if you guys remember, for those of you guys who was with me, and I still went live that day. No Days Off November was definitely dope. We definitely did a lot. I definitely met a lot of you guys and got a chance to really get to know a lot of you guys. So this year, last minute, I seen that we were already in November, and I did a poll yesterday. If you go ahead to go to my YouTube channel, you can see the poll, and I asked people if you guys wanted me to do this again. I wasn't gonna force this on you guys. I really wasn't. So I just wanted your opinion. Who wanted to be part of this? Who wanted, to do this again? Who wanted to do a round two? Everybody said yes. Well, a lot of people said yes, I should say. There was a percentage of people who said it wasn't necessary, but most people said yes. So I'm listening to the people, and we're going to do it again. The only difference between this year and last year, there's going to be a few differences. I want to be a little bit more goal oriented with the lives that we do moving forward this month. So, for instance, I want to have topics that we touch on and we stick to that topic these next coming lives. Last year, I was kind of all over the place. I was just freestyling, going live, doing Q&As and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to do that again this year, certain days. There's going to be days where it's going to be like, yo, let's just do Q&A the whole time. Let's just chop it up, whatever. But there's going to be a lot of things that I want to focus on this particular No Days Off. Another thing that I want to say about this No Days Off series is I'm only keeping these lives up for the 30 days or whatever, however many days there is in November. And then I'm taking them down. If you guys go back and try to find No Days Off November from last year, I took them all down. Okay. And this year, I'm not waiting. Once we get to the end of it, I'm taking them down. Who knows? I might put them in my master boxing bundle or something as some bonus items or something like that in the future, because we answered so many questions last year in the No Days Off November. And this year, the same thing is going to happen. But I don't want to flood my YouTube channel with just a bunch of No Days Off Novembers. I don't know if that messes up the algorithm. I don't know what it does, having too many lives on there back to back, literally day after day. So I'm only going to do it for 30 days. So what I would suggest is, if you guys really enjoyed this type of content, that you put the bell notification, hit the bell notification. Please hit the like button too, guys. Help this grow. But hit that notification and make sure you catch them before the week is over as we move forward, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be here forever. These No Days Off, so this is kind of like an exclusive thing, and I'm hoping to see if it grows larger than it did last year. Pause. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to really try to give you guys the best information that I can. I'm going to bring people on. We're going to have real deep conversations that can probably really, really, really help you with your boxing journey. A lot's happened over the weekend. So today, you know what I mean? Today's going to be light. Today, we're just going to chop it up. I'm just trying to let you guys know what to expect. We're going to talk about mindset. what it takes to be a boxer, how to become a boxer for those of you who aren't boxers who want to be boxers, how to be a better boxer for some of you who, box, but maybe you feel that you need to go to the next level. How to take training serious on your own if you don't have a trainer. If you live in a town where there's no boxing coaches, how are you able to move forward and actually learn this skill if you live somewhere where you can't? Um, you know, Conditioning, nutrition, you know, your first fight, how to get prepared for a professional fight. We're going to talk about so many different things throughout the duration of these next 30 days. So it's going to be really, really dope. I'll probably bring on a couple of guests throughout the way. So let's go ahead and say what's up to whoever's in here. You know what I mean? I want to say what's up to everybody who's in here right here. My man Yoda Samari, yes, coach, what's going on, champ? The boom boom room, yes, coach, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Ghetto Dora, what up, coach? What's going on, champ? The lunatic libertarian, what's going on, man? He was with me all month last year. What's going on? Boxer Man 6000, how you doing, coach? I'm good, man. I'm very good. Yo, Jorge, what's going on? No days off, playing in overtime. You know the vibes, champ. Felipe, what's up, champ? How you doing? Amir, what's going on? Yeah, man. You see, we got the Harvard. So, we got the red and white for the Phillies. Big shout out to the Phillies in the World Series. Philadelphia is killing it. And boxing Harvard, baby. It's boxing Harvard. It's Harvard, but this boxing Harvard right here. You know what I'm saying? Bro, what's up? What's going on, champ? We can't ask questions today. Absolutely. We definitely gonna get into question asking. And we got all month to do question Q&As. We got all month for that. What I wanted to do today is just, we just jump up in here and take it day by day, step by step, let you guys know, we're gonna ease into this. We're gonna ease into this, man. But absolutely, I have no particular topic that I'm going to talk about specifically today. So feel free to ask questions, and I will answer them. But yeah, we just chopping it up real light today. Episode 1 is just so you guys know what to expect for the duration of the month, how I want to run these shows. Just so be on the lookout, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to have the topic that I'm going to be talking about on each particular No Days Off. Jimmy Jones, what's up, coach? What's going on, champ? First, No Days Off November. Okay. You're going to have a lot of fun, Scott, man. For sure. You're going to learn a lot. We're going to answer a lot of questions. I'm going to bring some of you guys on the platform. For those of you who ain't shy, who actually want to come on this platform and chop it up with me, we're going to have some fun. Hey, man, I got into boxing at 15, training myself, hoping to go pro soon. Almost 17. Oh, man, you're moving quick, champ. You're moving quick. You're ready to go pro in 2 years and you're training yourself? You're moving a little quick there, champ. G Money, what's good, coach from the 915? What's going on? Big shout out to the 915. I'm not sure where the 915 is off the top of my head. I'm not an area code assassin like that. Where's the 915? A big shout out to everybody over there. Appreciate the knowledge you give, supporting your success, man. Thank you guys very much, man. I really appreciate it. Like I said, man, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this No Days Off thing, man. And I got a question. I got a couple YouTube videos that are pre-recorded that I was gonna do a YouTube video tomorrow. Let me know in the chat your personal opinion. Should I I did a live premiere the last 2 weeks. Should tomorrow's live premiere be the No Days Off, or should I just wait on the live premiere and just go live tomorrow? Let me know. Would you rather chop it up with me live tomorrow, or would you rather see the live premiere tomorrow of the YouTube video that I ain't dropped? If I drop the live premiere, I'll be in the chat chatting live, but then I'm not gonna come on here live. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna be too many posts on one day on the YouTube channel. So let me know, would you prefer me to post the YouTube video or hold off on the YouTube video, get on here live, do other topics, talk to you guys? Which one would you prefer? FSC Cavs, what's good, coach? What's going on, champ? Where do all the boxing gyms go now? It seems like they are catered toward fitness. I wonder when that switch happened. It happened when people decided that they wanted to make more money. And what ended up happening was people realized it's difficult to make money dealing with fighters. You know, you got to think, if you are a fighter, an aspiring fighter, right? Let's break down, let's do some math real quick. And look, I got the Harvard shirt, so we're going to do some math. Let's say you're an aspiring boxer, you want to box, and I'm a gym owner slash trainer, and you come to me and say, I want to box. And I say, okay, well, I charge $100 an hour. This is easy math. That's like the average rate for personal training nowadays. I charge $100 an hour for an hour of training. How many sessions do you think you can afford a week before you're completely broke, right? That's going to make people who want to be fighters kind of get out the door. And the people with the money are going to start coming in. They're going to start doing personal training. They're going to pay premium dollars for classes, and the business is going to do well. Unfortunately, the fighters aren't going to do well. A lot of the times, fighters don't want to pay for training, unfortunately, for whatever reason. Give me 1 second. Hey, man, I'm actually live right now, man. Can I talk to you a little bit? It's all good. All good, man, before they keep calling. So what ends up happening is that, and then you got the fighters that's willing to put in the work, but they don't got the funds. But you know, the trainer ends up training the fighters, but then the trainer suffers and the trainer makes no money. So it's a really funny situation right now that's going on with boxing. It's very difficult to make money for coaches, and it's very difficult for fighters to become fighters due to the business and the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, everybody's got their own personal wants and needs. So you have to find coaches that are still dedicated to coaching fighters if you want to progress. A lot of these fitness boxing gyms, as you will get in good shape, you're not going to learn a lot. And this is the reason why I'm so niched down. Like, I never went the boutique route. You know, I try to create stuff like this, No Days Off November, where you guys can ask me real questions. I created courses where you guys can actually study real boxing training and learn stuff at home. I now have the Coach Anthony 2.0, where no matter where in the world you are, I can actually help you, guide you, give you a program that you can actually do on your own. You have to be very self-sufficient nowadays if you want to do this, because unfortunately the trainers are chasing the money, and they have to. I understand why. Everybody needs to make a living. Unless that trainer has a good career and they're doing it part-time, or they got a lot of pros that are paying them big money and they're able to volunteer time to beginners, it's going to be very difficult, unfortunately. And you know, that's just the times that we live in right now. You know what I mean? Kyle Turner, what's going on, champ? Looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this too, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, today we just easing in. Pause. We just easing in. You know what I'm saying? We don't wanna do too much day one. We got plenty of time, plenty of days. I got some cool stuff coming up this week too. So just so you guys know, at the end of this week, I plan on trying out a new game. Hopefully, I get in, right? I'm going to do a whole live on this on Thursday, so be on the lookout for Thursday. It's a new boxing game by the name Undisputed. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but I put my name in the hat to actually try out the beta. Now, they're only letting a certain amount of people try out the beta. Hopefully, I get picked. If I get picked, guys, I'm going to be playing that new boxing game. It's going to be on PC right now, the early access. And I'm going to let you guys know if that game is realistic, like real boxing. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm a Fight Night guy. I've been playing Fight Night since before Fight Night was Fight Night, back when it was KO Kings. And I'm actually decent at the game. I'm a pretty good Fight Night player. Anybody who plays Fight Night, let me know your gamer tag. We could fight each other. But, you know, I'm pretty good at the game. But now we finally got a new boxing game coming out. So we're going to talk more about that in a couple of days. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But I'm just letting you guys know what I'm going to be talking about in a couple of days. Greetings from Turkey again. Big shout out to Turkey. You got training camps you sell. I do keep documents of all my training camps that I've done with all the pros over the years. how we, went through the whole camp and everything like that. I keep a lot of that stuff, but I don't sell it right now. At this moment in time, I'm not selling training camps, but I am creating custom programs in my 2.0 system. So if you want to learn more about the 2.0, you can actually book a free call with me. The call is absolutely free. The program is not free. So if you're looking for something for free, you know what I mean? This ain't for you, but the call is free and we can see if I can actually help you with my 2.0 and actually put together a good, very solid program for you. So if you're interested in that, the description will have my information for you to book a call. You can also go to coachanthonyboxing.com, book a call. The call is free. We can talk, and if it's something that suits both of us, we can move forward. Damn, I got a few things going on tomorrow. Might have to miss it. Again, I don't know if I'm waiting to see what the people say. Should I do the live premiere tomorrow? The live premiere is probably the videos. If the video's 10 minutes, that's as long as we're gonna be chopping it up. But if I come on here live, then it'll be a regular live just like today. What do you guys think? Should I do the live premiere tomorrow or just hold? Because if I do, like I said, if I don't post the live premiere tomorrow, if I do no days off November, I'm just gonna hold on to my YouTube videos, batch them up, and let them go at a later time. But if you guys want that YouTube video tomorrow, I'll release it. I just won't get on here tomorrow. That'll be considered my no days off November. Gary Groover, we in here, no days off November. Big shout out to Gary Groover. He was in here last year every day making it happen. I just performed a YouTube video, then live. I plan to become my own trainer and coach. Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, champ. What up, coach? How was your experience in Dubai and training camps? Dubai was very dope, man. Very dope place. I had a great time there. I would definitely go back. I met some really great people there. Big shout out to Dubai. We had a fun camp over there. Unfortunately, the fight didn't happen. But yeah, man, I got nothing but positive things to say about Dubai, man. It's a beautiful country for sure. Or a beautiful city. Is it a city? I think it's a city. But wherever it is, it's dope. Like Dubai is a must see for anybody who hasn't been there. You not beating me in fight night, coach. Woo! Listen. I'm gonna have to put my Twitch on here. You just called me out. I don't think you know how good I am in fight night. You probably think, oh, he just a boxing coach. He don't play video games. I'm telling you right now, I'm a monster. Unless you're one of the best people in the world at the game, I'm telling you right now, I am a monster, man, at fight night, man. I'm telling you. I will beat you in fight night with Isaac Frost. Okay, I hear you guys talking. Who do you expect to win the fight between DJ and Floyd? You know what's crazy? DJ actually sent me a DM on Instagram about 2 months ago, randomly, started following me and was like, yo, I'm a big fan. You're an amazing coach. And I thought that was really humbling because he actually has like millions of followers, you know what I'm saying? And he actually reached out to me, shot me a DM personally first, and started following me before I followed him, which is dope because a lot of the times when people have more followers than you, they got the blue check, they act a little Hollywood. He was actually straight up real humble. He actually said he wanted to train with me. I haven't seen him train. I haven't seen him fight. We're talking about Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about exhibition. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Boxing is not free, folks. You are learning something that would change your mentality forever and instill confidence. My old coach said, you can't put a price on some things. Boxing is my first love. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm sitting here today because of boxing. I'm sitting here today because I'm able to educate people in boxing through boxing due to the fact that I spent money for a long time to get better at boxing. I invested money into owning a gym. I invested time into being a coach. I invested time and money coaching kids making no money for years, to be in the position I am today to teach you guys what I know, what I've learned over the years. So yeah, nothing's free. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, nothing's free. So I totally agree with you, Ant. Just trying to see some of these questions, guys. G Money, what are your views on boxing not being an Olympic sport anymore, and how will it affect boxing in the long run? 915 is El Paso, Texas, West Texas, huge boxing city. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think boxing should definitely be an Olympic sport. I think it affects guys in a negative in one aspect, but a positive in another aspect. And one of the aspects where I say is a positive is guys won't spend so much time being an amateur. You'll start getting more talented pros. That would be the only benefit I see out of it. I think the Olympics is a great, traditional thing that, unfortunately, a lot of young guys won't get a chance to be part of. And I can't foresee this being a permanent change. I could see, them going back on this in the future. But the fact is, a lot of guys do spend a lot of time as an amateur, spending too much time as an amateur to chase this Olympic dream, and then they never turn pro. Or by the time they turn pro, they put so many miles on themselves as an amateur that now their pro careers are a little bit shorter. So I think that it can have its ups and its downs for sure. The ups, again, a lot of talented guys are going to say, well, what's the stay amateur for? Let's just go pro. And you're going to get a lot more talent in the pros. That's the one thing I can see that's positive. Me looking for positive in a negative situation. How can I improve my jab? Okay, you got to develop your jab by working it every single day. That's how you improve your jab, champ. There's no secret to this. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Okay, make sure you're practicing with intention, practicing with good form and technique. Don't just throw your jab. Work on throwing your jab correctly and do it every single day. And throw more jabs than any other punch because in reality, the jab should be thrown more than any other punch. Okay, so that's how you improve it. Repetition, champ. A question: in terms of mental approach, how do you deal with students that are very untalented but want to fight? Um, you take your time with them. You don't rush it. You don't let them rush you. You focus on the fundamentals and you drill it until they understand it, and then you move them to the next step. It's kind of like school, right? So you have like those kids that are like honor roll students and kids that get skipped. And then you got other kids who get held back, and unfortunately, that's just how schooling works. Some people get held back and some people skip. How do they skip? They're exceptionally bright, right? They're Harvard students. And then you have the other kids that are a little bit special ed, right? They need a little more extra attention. Um, that's what it is. So at the end of the day, those guys have to wait till they're ready. You don't rush it and you don't let them rush you. That's the last thing you want. You don't want a fighter to rush you because then when they go out there and get beat up, you're the one to blame. So the mental approach is you take your time with them, you work on their weaknesses, whether that's confidence, whether that's fundamentals, whether that's coordination, you know. And once you develop and build those habits and skill sets for them, then you progress them. What up, coach? What's going on, champ? Word has it that Shakur Stevenson was feet away from takeoff from Migos when he got shot and killed. Does anybody have more information? No, man. I didn't even hear that. That's a shame. That's a shame, man. And it sucks when you're that close to situations like that, because that could be you. Like martial arts, judo and jeet kune do, karate, jujitsu, and self-defense. I do it with a program called Olympic Martial Arts. So we do boxing and kickboxing and self Krav Maga. It costs a lot, but I plan for my pro boxing and MMA league. Okay, that's what's up, champ. El Futuro, what up, coach? What's going on, El Futuro? What's up, baby? How you doing? What's the best fighting plan when you get gassed out in sparring? Cover up, more defense? Man, you know, the plan is, man, that's difficult. Once you're tired, it's very hard to plan. Okay, let's just be honest. Once you're tired, that's it. That's when everything starts to fall apart. So the more experience you get, the more you'll figure out survival tactics, which may be tying up. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it may be, moving around and using your feints to throw your opponent off to make them think you're not tired. You have to learn how to disguise your conditioning. And then the next step is get in better shape so you don't get gassed out. You know what I'm saying? That should be your wake up call to say, I got to get in shape. But game planning for when you're tired is difficult because once you're tired, a lot of stuff goes out the window. I can tell you anything. You probably won't do it because you're tired. So the best thing you could do is to gain that experience, to continue to condition yourself so you don't get tired like that in the future. Because once you learn how to pace yourself, then you can more so whether if you're going to get tired, how many rounds you're accustomed to doing, you already know your body, you've already known what you've been willing to do. But if you never boxed before, past a certain amount of rounds or at a certain peak, you don't know how you're going to react when you get tired. So that's where experience comes into play. You know what I'm saying? You ever had a student or know of a student that was very talented but got caught up in dumb street life and blew their chances of pro as a coach? How do you deal with that? It's difficult. It definitely had that plenty of times. I've seen it. It's unfortunate. You try your best that when you're spending your time with that person, you try your best to educate them. You try your best to educate educate them in life, not just boxing. I tell people this all the time. Boxing is far deeper than jab, cross, hooks, and uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just I have an old saying. If the only lesson you learned in boxing was how to fight, you missed the lesson. Okay? Let me repeat that for you. If the only lesson you learned in boxing is how to fight, you missed the lesson. So as a coach, it's my duty to not only teach these kids boxing, but teach them life. And gratefully, I've had a lot of life experience. I've gotten into trouble. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always the most best behaved person or kid. I got kicked out of every school I ever went to. You know what I'm saying? I've been in street fights. I've had boxing matches. I've trained professional fighters. You know what I'm saying? I've sparred professional fighters. I've owned businesses. I've been fired from jobs. You see what I'm saying? I got a lot of experience in life to give a kid, not just give them boxing skills. So, as a coach, whatever experiences you have outside of boxing that can benefit that kid, you want to give it to that kid. You don't just want to give them boxing. You want to pull them to the side. Yo, come here. Let me holler at you. And sometimes you're going to turn some of those kids off. But it is what it is. At least you know you did your duty. Your duty is to try to make younger men or women better through your own experiences. Like they say, don't be like me. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. Do what I say. Don't do as I did or do as I do. Sometimes, it is your own fault. You ever met that mother or something that smokes cigarettes but don't want their kids to smoke, and you're like, but you smoke. But it's like, yeah, I smoke and I know how bad this is, and I don't want you to get caught up with this bad habit that I have. I've seen mothers like that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Drug addict parents that don't want their kids to go down the same road, but they got the problem. They're alcoholics, but they don't want their kids to be alcoholics, right? So it's not always what you do, is the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. You should let them also know, yo, don't do like I'm doing. Don't mess up like I messed up. So it's just life experience, man. You want to give them life experience, and hopefully, with a lot of that life experience, you can actually help them, move forward in life. Hope that helps. Do you think Mayweather nonstop mitt works are effective in fighting should be implemented in training? I mean, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know how much it helps a fighter get better at fighting. Me, when I was learning the skills of boxing as a competitor, I never had trainers do that for me. Some of the best fighters in the world never had fighters do that for them. A lot of that is just one way to get a guy motivated to let his hands go. It's fun to do. A lot of it's video. A lot of it's fun, something to show on video. Um, so I'm gonna say no. It's not necessary, and it doesn't need to be implemented. Now, what I will say is this: anything that can motivate a fighter to exercise when they're maybe not as motivated can be helpful. Something to keep it exciting and change it up could be helpful. For instance, the speed bag. Nobody fights like this, right? Nobody fights like this, but we hit the speed bag. You see what I'm saying? Nobody fights jumping rope in one spot. You know what I mean? Jumping in one spot, but we jump rope. So sometimes I'm gonna say it's not necessary, but sometimes it's another way to keep training exciting. You got to understand, boxing is boring sometimes, especially when you get to this higher levels. Boxing is fun for the beginner. Boxing is fun for the competitor who's always got a competition coming up or whatever, or, amateur who's like, oh, I got another fight. But then it gets to a point where now fighters are like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm lonely. None of my friends do this. I'm the only one out of the 10 people I know that actually fight. My friends are going to the club. I'm stuck in the gym. You know what I'm saying? My friend got a girlfriend. My dad is telling me I should stay away from girls right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to focus on fighting. You know what I mean? I'm getting punched in the face. I'm traveling, getting beat up by guys that are better. You see what I'm saying? Boxing isn't all peaches and cream like people post on Instagram. So we have to figure out ways to make it exciting and fun. And for some fighters, and for a lot of fighters nowadays, is the mitt work. The mitt work is what motivates them to say, "Oh, this was dope." Now, yes, we don't fight like that, but we're moving our hands, we're rolling our head, we're turning our shoulders, we're recording it, we're posting it, we're feeling good about ourselves. We're thinking, you know what I'm saying? So there is benefit to it. But is it necessity for fighting? Absolutely not. Hey, coach, just got home. We tuning in. What's going on? Okay, man. Yo, I'm gonna get you guys on here. I want to chop it up with you and Aiden. But we got 30 days to do it. We got 30 days to do it, man. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you guys on the show for sure, and we'll set it up and then bring you on here, and then we could talk about the Coach Anthony 2.0. We could talk about how you guys like the program that I set up for you guys and everything like that. If you don't mind, that'll be dope. So other people who've been considering Coach Anthony 2.0 can hear it from people who actually signed up. So my man Alfred Tudo right here actually signed up to my Coach Anthony 2.0 system with his son Aiden. I created some customized programs for them. They've been in the private community, been watching his training, and he has access to all my courses. It's just a dope thing. We're building a relationship, private messaging daily. So that's what Coach Anthony 2.0 is. I'd love to have you guys come on the show, man, if you guys don't mind. We got from home from the gym tuning in. That's what's up. I'm just skimming through some of these questions, guys, because I know when you spend time on one question, the questions pile up. I just want to see if there's anything else that, maybe I can go ahead and so just so you guys know, I'll be doing these lives anywhere from, let's just say, 20 minutes to 2, 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been times where I've done lives in the past, 2 hours, 1 hour. Like, we were just kicking and having a great time. And then there's been times where I've done a live and I cut it in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here and put a time frame on these lives, but it's gonna average anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as I can. But yeah, we're gonna have topics and we're gonna talk about these topics. And nobody answered my question if I should do the live premiere or just get on here live tomorrow. Nobody answered that question. I'm waiting for you guys to answer that, guys. Should I come on here live pause tomorrow, or should I just do a live premiere? And that's considered the live. Let me know. The live premiere would be a YouTube channel that I pre-recorded. It goes on a live premiere, and we just chop it up on the live chat. But then that's it. So if the video is 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes, and that's it. But it is an instructional video. Thank you, Coach. And I'm learning from you and my other coaches I've watched. All right, that's what's up, man. Thank you, champ. Tips on keeping your head moving. While I'm sparring, my coach always tells me to keep my head moving, but I always seem to stay on the center line. Well, that's a problem. He's telling you what to do when you're not doing it. You need to talk to me. You need to talk to me. Why aren't you doing it? You see what I'm saying? I can't give you tips. If you aren't listening to your coach, right? Then you can't come to me and ask me how to do something that you're simply just not listening. Now, I hate to sound so blunt, but if I'm telling you throw the jab and then you don't throw the jab, and then the next day you talk to another coach and say tips on throwing the jab, like, dog, I told you, throw the damn jab. Like, just throw it. You know what I'm saying? So he's telling you to move your head, move it. You ain't gotta do, side to side like Mike Tyson or nothing like that, right? Just, little something. But this is where fundamentals comes into place, because when you're moving your head, right, you need to know where you could punch and what you could do off the head movement. So, like, for instance, if I'm here and I come over here, I already know from this position I gotta bang, I gotta bang, I gotta bang, I gotta bang, I got a sneaky right hand. You know what I'm saying? If I'm over here, I know I gotta bang, I gotta bang, I gotta bang. You see what I'm saying? So off that little subtle head movement, you also gotta be at a drop of a dime prepared to punch off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to tell guys, you move your head before and after you punch, right? So slightly before, I'm moving my head and my hands are in position. I'm ready to block. I'm ready to punch. As soon as I'm done, I'm moving my head and then moving my feet. You move your hands, you move your head, you move your feet. You move your head, you move your hands, you move your feet. You move your head, you move your feet, you move your hands. There's no particular order, but you're moving your head, your hands, and your feet. That's boxing. See what I'm saying? So the best answer I could give you is listen to your coach. Secondly, is if you don't know how to do the stuff, then your coach has to teach you how to do the stuff before he asks you to do the stuff. That's the other part. That's the difference between, I'm not talking about your coach in a negative way because I don't know what he does with you. But what I am going to say is you got teachers and then you got coaches. Coaches tell you what to do. Teachers teach you how to do it and then tell you how to, and then tell you when to do it. You know what I'm saying? I like to pride myself on being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? I explain step by step how to do it. Then after we drill it, then I explain to you when to do it. And then in the fight, hopefully you've already gotten enough lessons through training so you can do it. You know what I mean? So if he's telling you to do something you don't know how to do, then that's a problem. But if you know how to do it and you're simply not doing it, there's no tips I can tell you. The only tip I can tell you is listen to your coach. Hope that helps. We need a pause compilation video. Facts. I'll be wildin'. Uh-oh, one of my favorites in the whole world. Hey, Coach Anthony, how are you? Nice to see you in one of my lives for once. Nice to see you here. Definitely one of my biggest supporters. Very dope person. Did everybody see the fight this weekend? What did you guys think about Anderson Silva, Jake Paul? I know I never came on here to talk about that. What did you guys think about Lomachenko and Jermaine Ortiz? Let me know what you guys thought about that. Well, what up, cuz? What's going on? Big shout out to my cousin Peter Nieves, former world class professional boxer Peter Nieves. What's good? It's been a minute, man. Glad to see you doing good. I know you dealt with that hurricane. Glad to see you doing good, man. I thought Ortiz had that one. Ortiz put up a good fight. You know, we sparred with Jermaine Ortiz, man. Raymond Ford sparred with Jermaine Ortiz for that fight. I've been telling people for a long time Jermaine Ortiz could fight. I've been telling people this for the longest. I've been saying it on my Instagram. I've been telling people behind the scenes. I even put money on Jermaine Ortiz. Unfortunately, I lost. But you know, he put up a hell of a fight. I think that he lost. I hate to say it. I think that he lost by just maybe 2 points. I think that he had lapses in the fight that Lomachenko took advantage of. Um, but I thought he looked phenomenal. I think he'll give anybody in the division a run for the money. And he's as good as anybody in the division. It's just that, you know, when you're fighting at that level, people lose. That's just what it is. Lomachenko dug deep and he pulled it out. But a pause. Damn. But I thought that you know, Jermaine Ortiz definitely did his thing for sure. I'll be at the fight November 12th. One of the pros from my gym at home is fighting on the card, David Rodriguez. Okay, so you'll see me there, man. I'll be there with Raymond Ford. We're fighting on the zone. Should be a lot of fun, man. We got a tough competitor, 25-1. So we'll see how it goes. Now, this is something that I hate. This is something that I hate. The media and several fighters say Loma's a shade of himself. This is what I hate, y'all. Can we give Jermaine Ortiz his credit? Can we give Jermaine Ortiz his flowers? Like, he looks like a shade of himself. He looked better against Jermaine Ortiz than he did against Teofimo Lopez. Okay? Let's just keep it a stack. He looked better against Jermaine Ortiz than he did against Teofimo Lopez. So why are we saying he looked like a shade of himself? Jermaine Ortiz looked great. Lomachenko had trouble. Period. You know what I'm saying? You can't pull off those angles that he likes to do against quality guys. So he had to figure out a different approach. He looked great. If you ask me, Lomachenko looked great. But let's not take credit away from Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? You like, the media is crazy, man. Like, cut it out. He dealt with a dude who could fight. Period. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks good when they're beating up people who they could beat up. As soon as they got to fight somebody who could fight, all of a sudden, oh, well, he looked like a shade of himself. Come on, man. Like, yo, the media is crazy, man. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop it. Give Jermaine Ortiz his props, man. He looked good. He brought the fight to him. He had skills. He was youthful. He was throwing combinations, and Lomachenko had to deal with that. And Jermaine Ortiz will give anybody a fucking headache at that division. Anybody a headache. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he'll beat everybody. What I'm saying is anybody get in the ring with Jermaine Ortiz, guess what? You got to fight that night. Period. Give the man his credit and stop trying to take it away from him by saying Lomachenko ain't look good. That's corny to me, man. That's corny. Yeah, man. I know you know Peter. Peter, a real fighter. You know the deal. Yeah, man. You know, everybody's quick to say somebody ain't look like somebody until, they go ahead and they fight somebody else and then they look great. And then they're like, he's back. He's oh man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's the competition he's fighting, man. There's an old saying in Spanish, El que sabe, sabe, and those who know, know. Yes, sir. You know the deal, man. Y'all ain't know I could talk Spanish, right? Y'all know the deal. Okay, champ. I didn't see this question. Let me see what you said. How do you move front? All right, let me read this slow. How do you move front quick with slipping to change angle to get to the side? Something like, I, I can't even keep up with this question, champ. You're going to have to rewrite this. I don't know what you're saying here. How do you move front quick with slipping to change angle to get to the side? Something like stepping to the front, but side from step from lead leg, but your rear fast with proper form and decent butt. Don't know what you just said, bro. I gotta keep it a stack. I got no clue what you just wrote, but this is what I'll tell you. If you go to the website, coachanthonyboxing.com, I got angles on how to create them. And we go over a bunch of different angles. I gotta be honest, champ. I don't know what you just said. No disrespect to you, man, but you gotta rewrite that. You gotta write that again for me. And listen, I understand a lot of people who follow me um, aren't from the United States. So if you're not American or you're not from the United States, the language barrier is there. So I'm not trying to joke on them. It's just funny to me that when I was trying to read, because you got to understand, I don't pre-read these questions. I don't pre-read these questions and then put them up. I just see that you guys wrote something and I click it and then it pops up on the screen and I read it live. So you know what I'm saying? Who do you like between Sanchez and Jared Anderson? I think that would be a great fight. I like that fight. Um, I probably would lean toward Jared Anderson in that fight. Sanchez has a tendency of not punching. Frank Sanchez is a good fighter though. That fight could go either way. I think I would edge it to Jared Anderson though. So listen, guys. I only had two people answering. It's a tie right now. It's a tie right now. Should I post the live premiere YouTube video tomorrow, or should I just get on here live and chop it up with you guys again and just have a topic that we stick on? Let me know. And also, man, at the end of this week, I will be trying out the new boxing game called Undisputed. They're having a beta. Well, hopefully I try it out. Okay. My name's in the hat. And if you guys want to watch me play that live, I'm actually going to be playing that on Twitch. So again, Thursday, that's going to be the topic. We're going to talk about that on Thursday. I'm a monster in Fight Night too. What's your favorite fighter in Fight Night? So actually, right now, I'm actually playing a mode called OWC, where you create your own fighter, and I go online and I fight with my OWC fighter. But I play with anybody as far as the actual boxers. I pick anybody. But I really like welterweight. I don't really like heavyweight too much. I like to play welterweight. I like to box. Coach Bivol this weekend. Who's Bivol fighting? I'm not even sure. Hey champ, I'll shoot you up. I'll shoot you a private message on that. I'll shoot you a private message on that on the 2.0 on the messenger. Boots versus Roy Jones at age 24. Who you got? Man, oh man, that's tough, man. That's tough, man. I don't know, man. I don't remember Roy Jones at 24 years old, so I can't answer that question. Um, Boots needs to be tested a little bit more. We all know he's a monster. Everybody from the city in Philadelphia knows he could fight his ass off. Again, I need to see it against a top guy for me to give you an answer like that. Roy Jones has proven what he could do. Boots hasn't proven anything yet. So it's too soon to answer that question. We need to see Boots battle tested a little bit more. But as far as passing the eye test, the kid passes the eye test. The kid is like, you can see it, right? Like the kid is a beast. But he doesn't have the resume yet to back it up. So we have to see. I got you. How do I cut an angle with the rear leg moving forward? Man, that's gonna be hard. I can't answer that question sitting here at a desk. I got videos on YouTube on how to cut angles. You should just type that up on my YouTube channel right now. But to cut an angle going forward with the rear leg, the only thing I could think of is when I step as I slip, okay, with my back foot and then cut. But again, I can't demonstrate that sitting at a desk. So you're gonna have to either check out my courses, angle and how to create them. And you can send me a private message here. I'll give you a special discount code for that if you want it. Or you can just go through my YouTube channel, just put Coach Anthony and put angles and see what pops up. You know what I mean? And just watch all of them, and hopefully your question gets answered. Because I can't demonstrate it sitting down right here to see if it's even what you're asking me. You upset that Spence Crawford couldn't get made? I see media blaming Crawford, but according to him, Al Heyman trying to jerk him. Man, the business of the game is the business of the game. I don't know. It is what it is, man. I don't get too invested anymore into that. Uh, it would be nice to see those guys fight before they both get old, but I'm not personally upset about it. Um, we'll just see. We'll just see what happens, man. Hopefully, it gets made first quarter of next year. I think if it comes out they fight the first quarter no later than the summer of next year. We got our wish. You know what I mean? If it doesn't happen by then, forget about it. You see, Ghetto Dora. You see, man. I thought I liked you, man. I thought you was cool, man. You know, but I've been seeing you throw little jabs here and there, man. I'm paying attention to your little jabs, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's no, I'm paying attention, man. Paying attention. The answer is hell no. All right, let's see here. Yo, what up, Coach Ant? In sparring with some guys, I'm afraid to throw my right hand because I feel too exposed. I usually throw my right hand to set up my power left hook. What do I do to overcome this? Don't throw the right hand until you're landing your jab. Don't try to throw your right hand from too far away. You know what I'm saying? That's what this hand is for, right? You work your jab. As soon as I land that jab, bang, just let it go though. Don't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? But let this hand do the figuring out if you're close enough, right? That's what the jab hand is for. I touch. Once I'm touching you with this, I know I am ready to release. Okay. But I'm not gonna just throw this hand from way back here and then fall short, get clipped with a counter hook, right? So that's what the jab is for, right? And then you feint them and you give them head movement. All those things give you the opportunity to release other punches. That's why you have to feint. That's why you have to jab. That's why you got to move your head, move your feet. You know what I'm saying? Position your body, do different things to create the opening for the right hand. Okay, so the way you overcome it is don't just throw the right hand because if you just throw the right hand, you're gonna get countered, and we don't want that. I know. I'm trolling you back, champ. We good, bro. I'm from the U.S. and my grammar just sucks. Okay, well, we got to work on your grammar. You know what I'm saying? If you know your grammar sucks, that's okay. Work on it. Just like somebody who knows their jab sucks, work on it. My grammar, isn't the best. I don't spell the best, but I'm learning every day, baby. All we could do as human beings is try to get better every day. So as long as you try to get better every day and you're working toward it, you good with me, brother. You good with me. Most of your vids are in my training playlist. That's what's up, man. Are you currently working with any pro fighter or aspire pro fighters? Right now, I'm just working with Raymond Ford. Fights on November 12th on the Zone. Up and coming fighter, 12-0, and that's it. I'm really keeping my plate open right now. I don't want to work with a lot of professional fighters. I've turned down many professional fighters. I've walked away from many professional fighters. Right now, that's not my first priority. My priority is to build one of the best online boxing platforms. I would really want to, I really want to take this Coach Anthony YouTube channel, put my courses, the Coach Anthony 2.0. I want to help as many people I can across the world through boxing, through my experience. It's 22 hours. I will be working with some professional fighters here and there, but I can't take up all of my time working with professional fighters if I want to do what I'm trying to do. So my personal goals right now are you guys and taking this to the next level. And if the right pros come along, I may work with them, but I'm being very selective. Be honest with you. Greetings from South Jersey. Greetings to you, champ. Technical question. De La Hoya versus Mayweather, 113, 115. 1 point would have been a draw. My favorite boxers. Do you think Oscar De La Hoya would have won if a rematch happened? Miss AG fights with Eddie. Blessed to fight on HBO. No, I think if they would have rematched, Floyd Mayweather would have won by even uh, a wider majority. I don't even, I think Mayweather kind of, I don't know, made that fight closer than he had to. I think in a rematch, Mayweather would probably separate himself. To be honest with you, it's kind of like when Mayweather had that tough match, with Castillo, and then when they rematched, Mayweather kind of separated himself. You rematch Mayweather a couple times, he's gonna separate himself because he's that much of a master boxer. So I think Mayweather would have separated himself. My personal opinion. How do I get more power? Any drills or tips for this? I'm a natural puncher for my weight. Any ways to up it to the next level? Thanks. Form and technique, man. Form and technique. Perfect your form, perfect your form, perfect your technique, work the heavy bag, do your exercises, total body, everything that a boxer does, do it. As you physically get in better shape, your punches will naturally get harder. As your technique gets better, you would naturally punch harder. As your conditioning gets better, the longer you could punch harder for. So those would be the tips I would give you. And if you're a natural puncher, it's going to be that much easier for you. There's no secrets other than be consistent, train every single day, work the heavy bag, do your exercises, spar, work on your technique, get better every day, and your power will naturally come. I have your inside course. Maybe a stupid question. Every time I try these techniques and spar, my partners just move away. So is it necessary my opponent is committed to fighting on the inside too? Yeah, absolutely. Fighting on the inside is exactly what it sounds like, fighting on the inside. If you're trying to fight on the inside, but they're getting away, well, now you got to cut off the ring. That's a whole nother skill, right? But once we're in the pocket and we decide, I'm not going nowhere, you're not going nowhere, that is called the art of fighting on the inside. So if you're trying to fight on the inside, but he's trying to fight on the outside, then your goal is to get on the inside. You see what I'm saying? So you got to work on getting on the inside, working your jab, getting in close, trapping your opponent, cutting off the ring. These are the issues that you're having more so than fighting on the inside. While I met Ray Ford trainer and today in Philly. Yeah, big shout out to Coach Reg, who is Ray Ford's trainer alongside of me. He was with Raymond Ford before I was. I was brought on to the team, and now we're co-training him together. Big shout out to Reggie, man. He's a great guy, hell of a trainer. And that's what we're doing right now. We're working with Raymond Ford. Yo, Drew Johnson, man, you late. What's going on? What's up, coach? What's going on, brother? How are you? With today's fighters, do you feel each generation changes the game stylistically? Example, the 80s style of boxing is not prevalent in today's game. Today's style is more fighting. When you say not prevalent, do you mean not effective? Is that what you mean? Or are you just saying it's not being done? What do you exactly mean by not prevalent? See, there goes the grammar thing. See, I'm not the best. I don't know what some words mean. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that. But yeah, I think the game changes, man. I think the game changes, but it doesn't change that much. The fundamentals don't change that much. Some stylistic things change. Certain styles get more uh commonly used than others. You know, there's certain things of the game. People aren't influenced by the best fighter at that time, and people have a tendency of copying the best fighter at that time. And I'm not gonna say you saying effective, so I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that everything those guys did back in the '80s would be effective today. It just depends on who's coaching the fighter and what's being done. I don't think that there's nothing that those guys were doing back then that wouldn't work today. Honestly, I mean, they were throwing bunches and punches. They were using footwork. They were throwing combinations. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard, you don't think he would be effective today? Tommy Hearns, you don't think he would be effective today? Roberto Duran, you don't think he would be effective today? You know what I'm saying? We have to think about what we're saying, and who the fighters were back in that era. You know what I mean? All those guys would have been effective. Mike Tyson was late 80s. Now he might have not been as effective due to the size difference in these heavyweights nowadays, but I still think he would have some success. Um, so the game hasn't changed that much. The way the guys look, the punches, certain guys have gotten better and certain guys have gotten worse, if you ask me. There's guys in the 80s that are better than certain guys from today, and there's certain guys from today that are better than certain guys from the 80s. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, man. That's just how boxing is. Every era has great fighters that would have done good in every area, in any era. There's certain eras that has those special fighters. Sugar Ray does good in any era. Floyd Mayweather does good in any era. Um, Currently, Canelo does good in any era. Um, Tyson Fury does good in any era. Riddick Bowe does good in any era. Lennox Lewis does good in any era. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just certain guys, man, are just special fighters. And then you're going to have these mix and matches, and you're going to have certain guys that are influenced by others. That's all it is. I mean, let's do some quick before I get out of here. Let's do some quick fantasy matchups since we think that the '80s fighters aren't effective. Who wins, Sugar Ray Leonard or Terrence Crawford? Who wins? Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got? Sugar Ray Leonard, Terrence Crawford. Let's do another one. Let's do Tommy Hearns. Let's do Tommy Hearns, Errol Spence. Who you got? Let's do Lennox Lewis versus Lennox Lewis versus Tyson Fury. Who you got? Let's do Roberto Duran versus Devin Haney. Who you got? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. I'm just saying. Now I got another one. Shakur Stevenson versus, let's see, what weight is Shakur Stevenson? He's 130. Who was a killer at 130 back in the day? Who was a killer at 130 back in the day? Duran, right? Duran was a killer. Okay, let's do that one. Shakur Stevenson versus Duran. Who y'all got? Or even Shakur Stevenson versus Suma Nelson. Who you got? Now, I'm not saying that those guys are going to beat Shakur Stevenson. In my opinion, Shakur Stevenson is one of those special fighters that does good in any era. Shakur Stevenson does good in any era, and we've only seen a little bit of Shakur. We don't even know Shakur peaking yet. But I think Shakur does good in any era. See what I'm saying? I think that he does good in any era. I think Floyd Mayweather can go to the 80s and do his thing. I think Floyd Mayweather gives all them guys hell. But he may run into some hell too. See what I'm saying? Every era had great fighters, man. Every era. You know, a lot of the older guys are obviously going to pick the older fighters because that's what they grew up on. A lot of the younger guys are going to pick a lot of younger fighters because that's what they grew up on. And then a lot of the guys who don't know no better are only going to go with whoever influenced them to think that those guys would do better. You know? But you just have to really pay attention to the skill set. You have to really look at the skill set and really just make a real honest assessment and a true determination of who you really think would have won. Um, so those are all fantasy matchups that I think would have done really, really well. Um, You know, I think Floyd Mayweather beat Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Even though Shakur Stevenson, I think, does good in any era. I think at the same weight, Floyd wins. I think that, uh, you know, it just depends, man. It just depends. It just depends, man. It just depends. But again, every era had good fighters, man. Really good fighters. You know what I'm saying? The 80s had good fighters, the 90s had good fighters, early 2000s had some guys, and we got some good guys right now, believe it or not. And we got some guys on the come up, believe it or not. And then we got some 12, 13, 14, 15 year olds right now that haven't even hit the scene yet that are about to show y'all that these guys are still good. So, you know, boxing's beautiful, man. Boxing ain't going nowhere, man. Boxing is not going nowhere. Boxing is here to stay. And there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent, man, from all over the world, man. Places you never even heard of. Look, man, look at what the Ukraine's been able to do in recent years, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, boxing's one of those sports, man, that people all over the world, and it doesn't matter where you go, there's some talent there. Coach, what's your dream matchup? I would like to see Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard. That would have been a hell of a fight. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Floyd Mayweather, man. I really think that that would intrigue the hell out of me because Sugar Ray Leonard used to let his hands go, throw bunches and punches. He was fast. He could box. He could brawl. He could punch. But Floyd Mayweather is an artist, man, and he's intelligent. He doesn't get hit. He was smart, great shoulder roll, great skill set. I mean, I would love to see a fight like that. That would be a hell of a fight. Now, I see a lot of you guys asking questions like 15 rounds, 12 rounds in these fantasy. Listen, man, it don't matter. 12 rounds, 15 rounds, it don't matter. It is what it is. Who's going to win? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't have a how many round limit. You know what I mean? If we want to do 15, who you going to win? I got the same guy winning the 15 rounders as winning the 12 rounder. Who's going to win? That's how I want to. That's how I'm doing it. Hey, coach, I got back on your page. Appreciate that, champ. So look, man, we've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes, man. I want to say thank you to everybody who pulled up. Nobody really, only two people or three people has answered me, man. So I guess I'm gonna have to make the final decision. If I decide to come on here live again tomorrow, pause, or if I'm gonna go ahead and do the live premiere and just show the video and just jump in the live chat with you guys. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out. I'm only picking one or the other. Thursday, we're going to talk about the undisputed game. So Thursday's going to be a gamer day. We're going to talk to the gamers. I might even bring some people who play Fight Night on here. I'll probably bring Eddie on here. Eddie loves Fight Night. We're going to talk a little bit about the game. If we get selected, we're going to be playing it live on Twitch. Okay, and you guys are going to be able to watch me play the game. You know what I'm saying? If there's anything I can do to help you guys further, if you guys want to go ahead and book a call with me, right now I'm currently offering Coach Anthony 2.0. You can book a call with me, and I can really see if I could dive in and help you with your boxing. A lot of people want to learn how to box. A lot of people don't have access to a good trainer or a trainer at all, a gym. Some people just feel comfortable training at home. Feel free to hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you. Everything will be in the link description after this. You can go ahead, book a call with me. Slots are filling up quick, guys, so please don't wait. I'm making customized plans. We're putting something together real dope. I'm probably going to bring a few people on here who are part of my 2.0 so you guys can see a little bit more behind the scenes of what we're doing, private groups, private messaging, customized plans, customized courses. It's just real dope, man. And so it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna be on here for 30 days straight, man. Even next week, man, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna still find time to come on here and talk to you guys, so I can't play it out on day one. All right, I want to say thank you, and again, okay, these No Days Off Novembers will only be on my YouTube channel for the month of November, and then they're gone. I'm taking them all off. So make sure you guys don't miss it, because when I do go ahead and talk on a certain topic, we're going to dive into this. We're going to dive really deep into the topic. I'm going to give all the information away. I'm not going to hold nothing back. So the goal is to really give you guys a lot of value, answer a lot of your questions, and help you. So next time you come, if you have certain questions you want to ask, have them pre-prepared, because when we answer them, you know what I mean, we're going to get into it. All right, guys. And I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up. And again, if you need any help, uh, you guys already know where to find me, man. Coach Anthony 2.0. And yeah, that's
Welcome
it.
to How to Shadowbox. This is a very, very important course, guys, and a course that many people have been asking me for a very long time. Shadowboxing is a very crucial part of your training regimen. I've told people many times if we had to make a list of the most important things of training, shadowboxing ranks in the top 2. And the reason for that is if you can't do the techniques that you are learning without somebody in front of you, how do you plan to do it when somebody is in front of you? One of the main benefits from shadowboxing is you can actually do it with no equipment, and you can do it anywhere. You can do it on the ground like this. You can do it in a boxing ring. You could do it outside. You could do it in front of a mirror. Here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the techniques, show you different things that you can do. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Thanks a lot, y'all. Thanks a lot. Peace.